We are back with another field test video. Today we're looking at 3 discs. Let's get into it. Yesterday we were playing a round with the Beast, so when I got back to the house I was looking through the collection to see what is comparable, and I also got a few comments that helped me out a lot. So the Beast comes in at 10.5 -2.2. Today we're going to try to compare that to the Trail 10.5 -1.1, and then we also found a MVP Inertia, which is 9.5 -2.2. So just a little bit slower, but the same flight numbers after that. Now the first comment that I usually get is that this is not a fair comparison because of the different types of plastics, and we are a little bit all over the place, I feel like. You know what? I'm sorry for that, but this is the best that I can do, and this is what we're working with. It's good to note that the Pro Beast is 170 grams. The Trail comes in at 171, so the weight is at least close. And the Inertia, unfortunately, it's not even on there, so I'm not sure, so I apologize for that. But here we go. We'll start off with some hyzer flips. Yesterday, the Pro Beast would like hyzer flip perfectly, sometimes get a late flip, sometimes not. That was a lot of hyzer. Still flipped up to flat, and it glides a really long time, I feel like. I felt like I put that on a little bit too much hyzer. I'm surprised that still flipped up to flat. The Trail. That's why I love the Trail, just dead straight. We got this Inertia next. I'm not really sure how it's gonna fly. I kind of forget. It's been a long time since I've thrown this disc. Oh, a little bit more flippy than the rest. Nice little turn out of it, actually. That's a little shocking. I wasn't sure how it would fly. That was nice. All 3 of these went about that 350 range, not quite 360. The Beast and the Trail almost landed right on top of each other. So we're gonna try that one more time. I'm gonna try to give them a little bit more juice, see if we can still throw a good line with them. Whoa. There's where the Beast can get funky. Even that pulled over. We must have like a little baby headwind out there. Apparently we do. You can hardly feel it from here, but there is a little bit of a headwind out there. Those first throws, there was no wind at all. Now there's a subtle headwind, and you can really see what it's doing. Yeah, that's gonna take off as well. That really shows something if there is a little bit of wind, and I'm telling you guys, it's not a lot, but that's really taking them over there right. So we'll have to go down there and throw them into the tailwind. So let's see here really quickly. There's the tailwind. It's also kind of pushing right to left. We'll see what happens. Oh yeah, the Beast. It's a pretty significant change there, just from wind direction, flying much, much straighter, and it actually didn't even want to flip up as much. It tried to flip up to flat in the tailwind, but really just took hyzer. Felt like I didn't throw that very hard either. Again. So just from a wind change, we go from hyzer flips to flat to hyzer flips to turn over, and then the tailwind pretty much all stay on hyzer. I'm switching orientation in this field because I'm trying to stay in the tailwind. If we keep throwing these into the headwind, I don't think we're gonna see what we wanna see. At least the tailwind will be helping. We kind of figured out the hyzer flip there. The Inertia, I think, is the flippiest disc we have today. And then I'd say Beast, and the Trail, I think it has a little bit more stability than the Beast. So now I'm gonna try to get them out a little bit flatter, see if we can get some good turn even in the wind. There's some turn out of it. Flattens out though. I'm trying to focus more on the angle than the power, so bear with me. Oh, the Trail, again, just so straight. That's why I absolutely love that disc. Oh, that is way too low. I'll have to get the Inertia again. That was terrible. Right there I marked the Beast at 355 and then the Trail at 386, which surprised me a little bit further than I thought. the Inertia, it wasn't even worth. Really quick, because I didn't mention anything about hand feel. The trail and the Inertia, in my opinion, kind of feel the same. I would say the trail isn't as flat as the Inertia, but you guys know the typical MVP disc, I feel like, is kind of bored flat here. As far as their rims go, you know, besides being a 9 and a 10 speed, I feel like they're also very, very similar. They kind of have that same curved bottom rim that most drivers do, whereas the Beast, its rim is much more straight across and smooth. It's not domey, but it's not as flat. I think the flight plate is raised just a little bit more. Since I threw the Inertia so poorly, we're gonna give these another rip on flat and then get into the Annies, and maybe I'll throw a couple forehands for you guys. I mean, I feel like if I was really trying to get turn out of the Beast, I'd just have to throw it flat a little bit higher as well, and it just kind of rides over. That one was also a bit too low. That probably came out on just a tad bit of Annie. Fighting out nicely though. Hit the football players. The Inertia, this one is the one I really wanted to try to fix. I feel like it has no chance though. I'd have to throw it a lot higher, and it just wants to turn immediately out of the hand. Even the first throw, I threw it really low, but you could see the disc just toppling over to the ground. Our first throws, when we first stepped out here, it was like not windy at all, and as the day keeps progressing, it gets more and more windy. So the tailwind at times is pretty significant now. I'm gonna try to throw some Annie shots with these 3 discs, see how they do. I don't really know what to expect in the tailwind. The Inertia, it seems like it flips no matter how you throw it. I don't really want to give these a lot of Annie because I feel like they're just going to topple over if I do. There we go. Yeah, the Beast is like perfect. I could see myself throwing that shot on the course, just not as good. The trail, you know, I want to call it similar, but not really, because I feel like it's kind of pushing out straighter, a little bit quicker, lands a bit flatter as well, whereas the Beast kind of just held over. The trail was fighting out. I threw that probably the lightest out of all of them because I wasn't sure how much it would actually hold over. I threw it so light that it actually panned out. If you guys are bagging any of these 3 discs, let me know down in the comments why you like them, or maybe why they came out of the bag. Maybe you used to throw them and now you don't anymore. Let me know. The last thing I'm gonna do is throw a forehand real quick, put them on some hyzer, see if they flip up. I gotta say, I was kind of feeling out the Inertia and the forehand grip. Feels really good. I just don't know if it's gonna be stable enough or if I'm gonna be touchy enough with it. Why so low? There we go. The trail. See how this Inertia does. Oh, it just flips right over. It actually is panning out though, which is shocking. I thought that was just gonna roll. That's a better Beast forehand there. Yesterday I was throwing forehands with the Beast like garbage. If only I could do that. The trail, on the other hand, laser beam. That disc is staying in the bag forever. I tried to give the Inertia more power. That sucker just flips so much more. All right, guys, that is gonna do it for this comparison. I really did try my best out here. I'm sorry that it was a little windy today. I did not realize that was gonna be the case. Now, between these 3 discs, it's really dependent on what you're looking for. If you're looking for a dead straight disc that kind of hyzer flips to flat and goes straight, I would say the trail is your best option. At least this one, I don't know if they all fly like this. I don't think they do, but this one is just a hyzer flip machine that rides straight. If you're looking for something a little bit more understable, I think it's the Inertia you're looking for. Something that hyzer flips but has that nice little S flight to it. You can see on those forehands, even trying to put on a little hyzer, I felt like it just wanted to rock left. Now it did come out at the very end, but it took a long time. Then I feel like right in the middle is gonna be the Pro Beast. It can hyzer flip very nicely, go dead straight. If you want a little bit more turn out of it, it can do that as well. I think it can be a little touchy, but all in all, it has a lot of glide and it's a fun disc to throw. I'm sorry this video was not the best comparison. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button though, and we will see you in the next one.